All right. Thanks to Brandon, we're recording.
And apparently we're going to a fluffer.
Yes. So Garlos needs to be fluffed. I'm prepared for the what do you call it? Good call.
LJ's gonna make a fun trip to the dungeons. And not the jails.
You're running down to see if you can get to the underground dungeons, LJ.
Sure. Yeah, is that what they're called?
Well, I mean, that would be an adventure because it's comparatively dangerous compared to the street side. You'll be able to stay out of general sight by hanging out with the visor. Carlos, you're looking for. You currently have +2 leather. Well, okay, that's what I was asking you earlier. The Boyer is a leather worker. He doesn't have mithril. Okay. Okay. Um. All right. Check. Did someone say they were going to go with him?
LJ will.
Okay. Since he's not here, go ahead and give me a search check and a diplomacy check. Unless you have profession shopkeeper.
I do not have profession shopkeeper, but I do have pretty good diplomacy and a pretty decent search.
All right. Hit me up with both of those if you would.
Well, my search actually isn't all of that. So that's going to be a 13 on the search, but
Okay.
a 27 on the diplomacy.
The most this shopkeeper has, and it takes a while to get it out of him, is +3 leather. So John, after a moderate amount of bantering back and forth and arguing and searching back and forth around the shop, you've got he does have a set of +3 leather, but that's about as much as he'll part with, and he's charging 12,000 gold for it. Right. Okay. All right. Since you are here, go ahead and give me a search check and a diplomacy check at the armorer.
She's on the chair.
Okay.
Get the blanket.
Okay, you are able to find. Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. You are able to find some to convince him to pull out the magic chain. He's got the best chain he has is just as a regular +2 chainmail. He's not happy about selling it, but he will. And the +2 chain is going to be 17,000.
Why is he not happy about selling it?
Because not everybody wants to get rid of their most prized possession. I mean, some people do.
But isn't this what he does?
What he does is he makes armor.
Oh,
This
okay,
isn't necessarily
gotcha.
armor that he's just whipped out.
Okay, gotcha.
This is enchanted armor that, yeah.
Okay, I see. So
Something
he's
you
not
pick
really a
up and trade
shopkeeper
for.
as much as an armor maker.
Right.
And he makes leather, not chain, which is why he doesn't want to get rid of it.
Well, they're at the chainmail guy now, the armor, not
yeah.
the leather maker. Yeah.
Can I check out this armor and do an appraise check on it?
Yeah, you can do an appraise check on it. John, do you want to do an appraise as well? Do you have appraise?
I don't have a price. Hamish does, but he isn't hanging about right now.
Let's see. Appraise is a skill you can use untrained. If you don't have any ranks in it, you can just use your intelligence modifier. But I got an 18. You can see if you do any better, John.
D20 plus intelligence mod, I guess. All right, so you got a 12. So it's worth about 15 from your appraisal, from your knowledge of armor.
Not too bad then.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Do you
take
want to
that. +2 chain is going to be a lot better than +2 leather, and I can keep the leather as backup.
All right. Do you want to take that out of your inventory or the party inventory?
With that, it'll have to come from party because I don't have any money. You didn't give me any.
Okay. That's why we have party inventory.
Also looking for a bag of holding and any healing potions we can come up with.
Healing potions. What do you need those for?
Healing, because I seem to spend all mine on putting it to other people, and then I don't have any for myself.
The healing potions you'll have to go to the churches for. The shops that you run into don't seem to carry any right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a war recently. There was a rush on the supply. It's like toilet paper during the pandemic.
True story.
Got people with closets full and won't sell them. Oh yes, a bag of holding, and also any kind of object or artifact that emanates a huge aura of goodness. Do you have any good people in the party?
John.
What people?
Let me see your character sheet.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what skill it would be. I can't think offhand of what it would be.
See, I have several skill sheets. Let me dig them all out.
Do we have any what people, John?
People in our party that are good alignment.
LJ.
Okay. Yeah. Ask LJ to hunt for him because that way it won't look like some hypocrite looking to foist off, himself as something that he isn't, which is of course what I'm trying to do. But not for a bad reason. I'm just trying to keep myself alive.
So what are you looking for?
I want
What are you
something.
trying to do with this?
I want something that emanates a strong aura of good. So if somebody does an alignment check on me, I'll have this thing tucked under my tabard. That they'll come off with a aura of goodness about me. So that they'll actually think that I'm a fucking paladin instead of a paladin of chaos and freedom. To do anything short of a full alignment check, which would register me as chaotic neutral, this would at least, detect good would say, be a cheap spell. They'd go, okay, he's good. See all the good around him.
John, you would need to do this. You know the city state better than he does.
Shit. Okay. Then
Yeah, I'm about to walk into
Give me a gather info roll.
Okay.
I'm about to walk into like a church of Pelor or something and be like, hey, you got any, stakes with the blood of God on it?
That would work.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
That would be a Lathander thing, I think.
Okay, hold on. What was I doing? Gather info.
Gather info.
Okay. Let's see if I can pull this off. Okay, that's a good start. Let's see, 16, 19.
Okay, you're able to.
You know, even a broken artifact, if something doesn't do anything, just it's really good. You're like, I have a doorknob that came from the house of a saint, and it emanates goodness in a 20-foot radius.
I can make you a lot of holy water.
Yeah. I don't think that'd help.
Hey kid, wanna buy some holy water?
There is a shop that sells to the Thieves Guild,
Okay.
and that is where they would have
Things of that nature.
things of that nature.
Okay.
You're able to go there. Go ahead and give me a search and diplomacy.
Okay. Diplomacy is going to be. It's going to be 19 for diplomacy.
Okay.
Is it possible that LJ could also help out with the diplomacy?
You could try.
Only 11 for search, though. Help with search would help.
Yeah, I can help with search then. I got another 27 on the diplomacy.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well, your roll for search.
19. Not bad for a +5.
Hey, while you're at the Thieves Guild, see if they have a ring of invisibility.
You're not at the Thieves Guild. You're at a shop that sells to the Thieves Guild.
Okay, while you're at said shop that sells to the Thieves, I understand that is an important distinction. That is fair.
It's pretty important.
Associates.
The shop owner is.
No, you could take your thief with you.
He did not. The shop owner is super happy to, or not super happy. He's dealing with you, Carlos, and basically LJ is poking around and asking questions about where things are while Carlos butters him up. Between the two of you, you do figure out that he does have an amulet that
Victor, you muted yourself.
he does have an amulet that gives off enough of an aura that it makes someone appear to be good.
You got 2 of those by any chance?
He is, however, you're gonna have to give John. You're gonna have to give me another diplomacy roll to convince him to actually sell it to you. You know that it exists, but you are not a member of the Thieves Guild. He's definitely not selling it to the nutcase over there. The cat guy. It's like what is he even? All right.
Like a tiefling good guy? It just seems
Oh
suspicious.
yeah, you're a tiefling now. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot.
God, Victor, why are your fantasy characters racist? What the hell?
I mean, because they're realistic. 13,000 gold for the amulet.
All right.
He's not happy about selling one. Yeah, you're not going to be able to get 2 if not of them. Get out.
You can always send your thief back.
Our thief is a direwolf. If he's skittish about dealing with a human and a tiefling, I don't know how he's gonna feel about
But
a
I
tough
know
direwolf.
thieves can't, and so I will know. He'll know me more.
This is the Benny Hill part of the scenario. When the wolf guys in.
All right. Well,
Alright,
we can point it out on the map.
You're able to get the amulet for Garlos, so he appears good. So he has and John, just write it down as an amulet of good and +2 regular +2 chainmail. Okay. Now that he's got his 2 items, what else did you guys want to do in the city-state before you head back? And are you heading back directly, or you're going to just try to teleport over to the wizards, the Queen's city?
We should probably arrive as a group.
All right. Well, John, Garlus goes back to the group,
Yeah.
so you're all together. Well, the whole point was that the party was teleporting to the city-state and hiding in the Visor's palace while Garlos went searching for stuff. Garlos has finished searching for stuff, so you can now teleport as a group to. Mm-hmm. You guys have a master kit for disguise, so you've got everything you need. The wolf.
Okay, Bludgeon.
I do.
Carlos needs a makeover.
Yes, I do. I have it.
I feel like the dungeon master grows weary of our dress up game.
Yeah, I'm just
There's reasons for
imagining
all of this.
a
The
big-
guards there know me.
I'm just imagining a big wolf putting on like a bunch of makeup and a hat on a regular person.
I'm giving really good instructions.
Being really
Yeah.
good
So
at it.
what will happen is if you need to roll, what will happen is when someone meets Garlos and he needs to roll for disguise, he will roll and then he'll get a +2 from Blodgett, and then a +2 for the kit. So it'll be his roll +4, and if he doesn't have it, it'll be Blodgett's roll -2. All right, so you're all together and going to the. Interesting. Going to the place, yes? How do you plan on teleporting there?
I guess
Lev has never been.
It seems like someone in this world, maybe we should do this after we get done saving the world, should just go around to all the high value locations and like experience them once or twice for a few minutes and then just charge a fee to teleport people to those places.
Carlos has been there. He has very strong memories of the place, you may recall.
Well,
that's
actually, I
really
guess
smart.
Lev probably has been there at least once or twice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean it's the wizard city. I'm a wizard.
Yeah, you definitely would have like been to the city at one point.
I would rather teleport on where Lev has been based on where or rather than where Garlos has been.
Yeah, I mean I know we started. I know I've been rolling with y'all for since like level 7 or whatever we started the campaign at, but that's like a whole section of my life still. Okay, so what areas would Lev know?
So Lev would know the main market square in the city, and he would know the. Sorry. And he would know the port area. He would not have been admitted into the castle proper, but he would know the main market areas of the city and then the port.
Okay, are there any etiquette rules that I would be aware of about teleporting into the city from outside of it?
Yes, you would teleport to the port because the city. So the city, and I guess before you leave, Garlos would probably tell you guys about this. Some important things to know about the city-state of the city of the Queen. She is often at odds with
Garlos.
other cities, other countries, and other captains and other kings and queens, and so there are always the castle itself is fairly well guarded against assassins, and assassins are a not uncommon thing that they deal with. They're a frequent thing. There are there are jokes about people trying to assassinate the queen again. Oh, look what we have here. Look who wants to join the party. Ah, little Frederick coming in. Ah, I see how
Little
it is.
Joe coming in.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh, with the big ellipses.
Exactly.
The metaphor.
Yeah. See, that's Frodo. Yeah, he killed my brother. You dirty rat.
So you know that you can teleport to the port of Altanis. I was trying to remember what the name of the place was. Easier than any place else. Teleporting into the city itself, not necessarily forbidden, but definitely frowned upon. People don't normally go into the castle unless it's Saturnalia, which is a week-long festival of orgies. And at that point, the lower levels of the castle are opened up, and citizens are allowed to come and cavort with the nobles and all other people. And it's basically a guessing game of who's really what person, because it's just an insane party for about a week.
So where's the library in all of this?
The library is in the castle proper.
Okay. Is it on one of the lower levels?
You've never been to the library.
Okay. Wow, I'm the wizard. I've never been to the library. Wow.
Not to this one. It is this
Wow.
Library of Altanis is pretty high shit.
That's whack. Okay.
It's pretty whack.
Um,
You were only 7th level when you were there. You were not high enough to rate library
well.
privileges. You were high enough to rate, like, go to the market, see if you can find the cool stuff, not find it, get pissed,
all right. Well, now that I can
decide not
flex
to
that
kill
I've
anyone.
basically enslaved a demigod.
Yeah, you're a different level.
All right. So we'll teleport to the port and we will check in, as it were.
Okay.
Oh, before we go check in,
Mm-hmm.
Carlos, what's your name?
What's your new name?
Oh, good thought. Fenris.
Fenris. Nice.
Right. Okay.
Why not? Actually, no, that wouldn't work. Not for a good paladin. Yeah. Go with Cadfell.
I've got it. John.
Cadfell is fine. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll go with Cadfell.
So we teleport to the port. We tell it to the port. I'm gonna go ahead and burn a spell slot
When
on
you
that.
cast the teleport spell, I need you to pick which fortress. Yeah, actually, it's the nearest. So,
Yeah, I mean, Jesus, you're freaking. Which fortress? Get the hell out of here, dude. What do you mean?
you
Which
don't actually get to
fortress?
pick which fortress, because it is the nearest fortress.
The one I've been to before.
You appear right outside the castle of the Invincible Overlord, which you were right near. So, you knew in your head where you were going. You could see it. You could see the port on the Dominion of Altanis. And instead of arriving there, you arrive just in front of the city-state's castle.
Well, that sucks. Can I roll a knowledge arcana check to see what the hell just happened?
Yes, please.
Hey, Zag.
Zag.
You got bounced.
Called teleport with error.
It's called teleport bounced from a anti-teleport shield kind of setup. That's scary.
38.
All right. Hold on one. There it is.
I'll do a kind of arcana check too.
Cool beans. Actually, yes, John. An Arcana check from you would be amazing.
Good thing I didn't burn a scroll on that.
Okay, there's two important things to note. One, Carlos is certain that there's not a teleport shield around the port because he's dealt with people teleporting in and out of the port itself. Two, Lev. 1 second. When you examine the process of the teleport, you realize that it seemed to have missed a letter in the spell. And you're not sure why, but instead of teleporting, you teleported. You moved to the nearest fortress.
All right, what stupid bullshit did I pick up recently?
Both party.
Is this the? I bet it's this set of knuckle bones that I picked up.
Testing 1, 2.
We can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Okay, I had my microphone set down.
By 5, maybe a little loud.
Oh, fascinating.
Okay, let me turn it down.
Hmm. I guess the party would hear that. So, my familiar looked at me with a worried look, and so I said, "Anything to add? I can't say I've ever teleported before, and I'm not one to make those mistakes." What's happening in Altanis? She said. What is happening in Altanis?
Say again, Zach?
He has a familiar?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I have a
he's
familiar.
got he got a new familiar.
It's a dog.
It is a dog. It is a large black mastiff with red markings.
I'm also gonna have LJ roll a spot check in our immediate area. Something just went wrong, so his immediate thought is, okay, what's about to attack us? I got a 29.
All right, you do not spot anything unusual around you.
Okay. What's happening in Altanis?
We probably want to do a gather knowledge on that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Lev can try to do a gather knowledge in the court and with what's his nuts? The vizier.
Yeah.
And Carlos can do a gather knowledge in the city.
Does this area count as the Sword Coast or the North?
Sure.
Sweet.
Oh my God, John.
29.
All right, Carlos is able to find that no one's come from Altanis. No, the people, the people who've come from Altanis in the last week, only one of them has heard of anything unusual. And he basically just said the wizards there are crazier than usual, but nothing too wild.
Great.
Um,
Wizards crazier than usual and nothing too wild should not be said in the same breath.
the vizier says that I gotta double check, the viscount, that's his name. It's not a vizier, he's a viscount. The viscount says that in the last few meetings that they've had, they've discussed this problem, and it seems like something is blocking or changing magic at Altanis, because no one's been able to message or the word's not commune. What is it when you send like sending?
Sending.
No one's been able to do a successful sending or message in or out of the city, much less teleport. And the vizier's like, I don't fucking teleport to that place if I can help it.
Okay. I'd like to do. Let me see if I've got the spell prepared. I think I should.
Sure.
I do. I always keep a legend lore handy. I'm gonna cast legend lore, and I'm going to try and use the Rod of Weave power as a focus to try and get a sense if like this is a wild magic thing happening, or maybe a dead zone, God forbid.
Okay, that'll take you about a day.
Ah, fuck it then. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
I'd say go for it. It's worth it. Just
yeah, it's. Do you
This
think
is
so? Because I
important.
mean, we could get there in that time.
How? By ship?
Sure.
From where you are, so ship from Kabakpol takes about a week.
Oh, okay. Never mind. This is a bigger area than I thought it was.
Yeah, so it's about a week
Just,
ship
just
from
skittish. Just
Dominion.
skittish to staying a full day here.
Well, you basically are locked in the vizier's the viscount's office for a day. Hello.
Hello.
Finally here.
Yay.
Yay!
Hooray.
So what's
Caroline.
going on so far is the group is in the city state. That's not what I meant to do.
Ill. Troll.
There we go. The group is in the city state, and damn it. Okay, now I lost focus. Happens more than once in this game. The group is in the city state, holed up in the Viscount's offices because it's dangerous for some magic users to wander around. The Garlos went and picked up some stuff inside the city, came back, and you're ready to teleport to the Dominion of Altanis, where the Wizard Queen hangs out. And instead of teleporting the group to Altanis, Lev teleported the group in front of the castle of the Invincible Overlord.
Oops.
You found through discussions with the Viscount, and you found through discussions with the Viscount that no one's been able to successfully get a message in. And he himself refuses to teleport to that place because it's just too dangerous. And the Viscount and the Wizard Queen have a ongoing argument. The last time he accepted anything from her, it turned him into a cat for a week.
Oh yes.
I have to say it was a good luck.
He's still a little salty.
I've got experience changing forms. You could have done a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he accepts that. And so Lev is now doing a legend lore on magic itself and using the rod of the weave as a focus. Okay, all of that made sense to find out what's going on. Takes about a day.
Yeah,
Please mark the
I'll go
spell.
ahead and do it.
Okay, mark the spell. You are able to determine that it is not. It is more a wild magic type of effect, but it is not a wild magic like you've ever read before. Something definitely odd going on with the focus of Altanis. It does seem to be focused there as opposed to magic itself.
Victor.
Yes, dear. While he's spending a day doing that, are you guys just going to chill out? Do you want
You did say if I rested, I could possibly change the spells I'm using.
to? Yes, you can absolutely change the spells you're using every time you take a rest.
Okay.
Oh, intel report before we leave. Yes. Okay. Got it. Thank you. I didn't realize that was private. Thank you. Got that.
Now that Victor is done monologuing,
Yeah.
I got a package from Caroline.
Oh,
and I have
nice.
a bunch of bags full of dice now. Well, they're not quite full, but we're gonna remedy that soon. So I just wanted to thank you because now I have the ability to separate. Like I have a bag of D4 and a bag of D6 and a bag of D8, and now I don't have to have a tray just full of random dice, and I can actually use it for rolling now.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're happy.
I am extremely pleased, but it's given me a mission.
Okay.
This has 34 D4 in it, and there's all this empty space. I need to fill it.
So
All
is
right.
that.
So he's coming to Dallas this weekend, and maybe if we have time, he and I are going to go check out this new gaming store in Wiley.
My mom is probably also going to come along.
That's fine. I love Ruby. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That's excellent. I hope you
She's
guys.
I'd invited
pretty
her,
excited.
and I'm inviting you, Brandon, over to my place Friday night.
Oh, awesome.
You all are going to get stuck in a blizzard at
Yeah, we're
Victor's place.
talking
It's gonna
about
be
the plans for
hilarious.
Dallas. I'm saying
Not
that you're coming
supposed to
along with
rain.
us to the
It's
game
supposed to
store.
have moisture, just cold.
When?
We'll see.
We're figuring that out.
Okay,
Not right now.
Friday day.
See if there's a blow up between us. Oh yeah, true. I was just thinking of that. Didn't have time space to put it in my head.
You guys doing okay?
Any other previews or things that you guys want to do while Lev is getting ready for the because basically you have a day sitting around
Well,
the city.
I'm going to work on changing my spells, but I'm working on that right now. But
Okay, good to go. All right. So you got your spells changed. You're good to go there. The next day, what do you guys want to do? You've determined that there's something making it more difficult to magically teleport to Altanis. But you are in the city state, so there's definitely options if you want to look for a ship ride.
I'd say we go for a ship ride and make the best of it from there.
Yeah.
Can we walk? Can we just walk around that big lake?
Well, it takes 7 days on boat, so by foot it would be about a month. Yeah, you could walk.
I mean, it seems doable to not have to get on a boat.
I'll pass.
The last time we got on a boat, bad things happened. In fact, every
Fair.
time we've gotten on a boat, bad things have happened.
To be fair, that was a raft.
The raft was worse. The boat was still not great.
What happened on the boat?
We got attacked by that
Yeah.
Leviathan.
It was a
No,
water
that was
dragon.
that
Oh,
was
yeah, that was it.
The raft was the Leviathan.
That's it. I
Yeah,
had
the
him
raft was
backwards.
the Leviathan. The water dragon was the boat.
I'm pretty sure we've killed both of those though.
Yes, but it was not a fun experience. I don't want to do it
No,
again.
not the water dragon. We maimed it and pissed it off, and it went and it fled.
Oh, does it live in this
and
lake?
I'll note the people who knew about the water dragon specifically said, "Don't fuck with it."
Have they
And what
met
did you
us?
guys do? You
As
fucked with it.
It ain't one of the
Yeah,
crew members.
because I
Real
told us not
pissy.
to.
So okay, so who's the
It didn't
problem here?
RSVP us on the invitation.
Who's the problem?
The water dragon.
The water dragon has no bloody manners now, does it?
Right, it has no bloody manners. Whenever it's attacked, it responds back. That's very rude. I agree.
I'm glad you agree.
That you're insane.
Well, you already knew that.
But that's not relevant.
Right. All right. Zom, 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 zom. John, give me a gather intel again. And if anyone else is going to go look around for ships and whatnot, let me know.
LJ will do it. Can't hurt to have another set of eyes.
26 will do you. Yeah, you find out that the ship that you guys took, that the ship that you guys have ridden a few times, is actually in port.
How's the captain feel about us?
That's the one that likes the dryad.
Yeah, it's the one that Ben's character was like talking to their ship.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're actually in port. They're supposed to be in port for a week, waiting on a shipment that's coming up.
We could probably book passage if we pay them a slightly larger fare plus demurrage for that cargo.
Yeah, what's the damage going to be to change the schedule?
When you tell them where you're headed, the captain
The other way.
looks at you doubtful, and he's like, "Well, for anyone else, honestly, I would say no. But if you guys really need to get to Altanis, I'll get you there. I'm not going to bother looking up his rates. I know that they exist in the universe. He'll do it for you guys for 12,000.
Would it make him feel more comfortable if he dropped us off before he gets us all the way there?
Yeah. I mean, but how?
Yeah,
We'll just drop us off. We'll swim over to the edge and walk the rest of the way.
no, we should probably not
Hey,
swim.
no, I get you. Like, drop you off just outside of port, and you'll just swim from.
Well, yeah, or we can just buy a small boat if that makes him feel better. I mean, I'm sure he has one strapped to his bigger boat.
Yeah, I mean, usually they think that's called a lifeboat, and you could definitely drop a little buoy, and we could row to shore with a crew member or two so that they could bring it back.
Yeah, no, he tells you the point is getting anywhere within a few miles, like probably about 15 to 30 miles of. Now, I guess what would it be nautically, John? Yeah,
Victor,
getting anywhere within about a day's sail of Altanis means that you have to deal with their ship captains.
Victor,
Oh,
send
yeah.
your message.
Oh, thank you.
All right, well,
Uh,
if that's the issue, we may as
So
well.
yeah,
head
he's
into
like,
port.
yeah, this is the thing. He'll do it. He'll do it. He's just like, that's why it's a pain in the ass. That's why nobody wants to fly there or go there, because it's the captains who guard Altanis are just assholes. It's just the way of the world.
All
Like
right.
they are constantly on the alert from, assassins and attacks.
They're definitely not going to think we're assassins. Like, nothing about our party seems like the kind of party that would go anywhere and kill anyone.
Right.
Not without a lot of noise.
I'll hand the guy a bag of 13,000 gold and say, "We love you too.
All
We
right.
have problems to solve, and it's good to know that we can rely on people like you to help us solve them."
See, Nikons. Okay, John, where is that from? No, 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 no. The whole "I'll give you a fair price." Not many people headed over there these days. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew
What's it
it.
from?
I knew it. It's a
Victor,
Skyrim quote.
Yeah, yep.
It's getting over to Soul's time.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Victor, did you see my message? I'm just checking. Okay.
I'm dealing with 2 other messages right now.
I apologize.
You guys are able to get passage. They'll be able to pull the next day. He's going to put a marker on another ship to carry the freight because it was shit freight anyway that he was going to pick up. So he'll take you guys to Altanis and see what they can find from there. There are actually not many people headed over there these days right now, so he's like it might be interesting to see what they can pick up in Altanis if really things are
anything.
going crazy there. It might be interesting to see what the chaos is happening.
I pull out a lot of refugees with a lot of money.
Okay, Jesus. One second. Okay, I'm caught up. I'm all caught up now. All right.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. The ship sails the next morning. You guys are on it. The fuck, what was that? Yes, good. That's good. That's good. I want to have named it Amok Time now.
Victor, I think I might have an inkling of what's going on in Altanis, and I'm really trying not to metagame, but if it's what I think it is, this is going to be really bad.
Yeah. I think you're
I told
on
you it was
target.
going to be bad.
Is it what I think it is?
I think you're on target.
Man, this is like really just monumentally bad.
That's great. It'll be fine.
Victor, can you go back to killing me and handing me over to the tentacle Lovecraftian horror?
See, I told you we needed all our players because it was going to be bad.
Shit. Where did I put this? There it is. Nightmare time. Okay. You go away. You are here. You come here. Yeah. There it is. All right. That is kind of funny. The first 2 days of sailing are fairly uneventful. The winds are comparatively favorable. The guys on the ship seem to be in good spirits. About the third day, you're crossing over roughly the center of the I really just want to call it the Narrow Sea, but the Gamal. It's got a name, the Gamal Sea. How many characters are there? There are 8. And I have a D8. Handy. Bash, you happen to be on deck, catching the morning sunlight because it's the best sunlight to catch.
Seems reasonable.
Got it.
Best time. And Carlos, you are out. While he's there, you're out watering the tree. Each of you give me a spot check, please. Ben and John, give me a spot check. You guys are, what's happening, Zach? Is that what you asked?
No, I was asking if you need all of us to take that.
No, just those two. Oh, and the watch, of course, would also do one. Just not do a good job.
23 for the spot.
All right. 20 was the number you were hitting for, so Garlos and Bash both spotted at the same time. I think Bash probably like saw a glint of something, and then the two of you peered to the distance to the west, and you see something that looks like horses on the edge of the water. Horses riding on the water itself. Oh God, that's funny as hell, John.
Bash shouts out, "Seahorses!"
See horses. When he shouts, actually the horses seem to look directly at him.
Oh, even better.
Oh, look, now you've upset them.
And yes, once you say something, the watch in the crow's nest shouts, "Water horses!"
You didn't even get it?
Off the port bow, off the port. Water horses to port. Port's left, correct? Yeah, I got that. So, thank you, John. And it appears to be a group of seahorses. And as they get closer, you realize there are young women riding them, made mostly of water. By the time they get near, the rest of the party would have been informed, or at least heard the commotion, because a lot of the sailors are gathering to the side to take a look at sea nymphs, which you don't get to see a lot of in this world.
I would suggest we not fuck with them.
Do you guys know what we're talking about when we say a sea nymph?
I do.
Unfortunately.
I'm going to pull one up. I think that's a pretty good picture, actually.
No worries, I already have those.
Great, great. 3.
Told you every time we get on a boat.
Okay. This is what a sea nymph looks like. And these 5 happen to be riding seahorses, which are basically, in D&D, they're basically giant horses that ride in the sea, with fins and all sorts of weird shit. They don't seem as pleased about the fact that there are, at this point, like 36 people looking at them from the edge of the ship, but they ride up to Bash directly Can you see that okay? Did it come forward?
Wow.
Okay. So, Ben, the one in the lead, speaks to you directly, and she says, "Young Dryad, what brings you to so far out into the water?"
I will respond by we are looking for a tree burial ground that may have useful information to our group.
What?
We are in search of a tree burial ground, which we have heard is in a city on the other side of the water, that will have information in it that we will be useful to our party.
Oh my
And
God, I just
perhaps
got what
the
you're
entire
saying.
plane.
Oh my fucking God.
You heard something else, didn't you?
Actually, it sounds like something a Dryad would say, now, isn't it?
No, yeah, it's I
Oh, no,
heard you
that's-
Vic
correctly.
totally misunderstood what you said. Oh my God, Vic.
That's perfect.
I heard you correctly. It's just fucking hilarious.
It is not untrue.
It is not. It's not. Okay.
Fucking proper.
Oh my God. Okay, you got me on that one, man. You got me good. Thank you, Ben. All right. She says, be careful in these waters. We have seen dangerous things in the depths of the sea, and you're safest upon dry land with the rest of your kin. Good speed and good fortune. And they basically kind of ride around you about at the edge of your sight for the rest of the day as you guys continue to head towards Altanis. But once you get basically 3 days out, almost like a couple of days away from Altanis, that evening the Dryads are like, "Yeah, we're good." And the morning arises, and you're just a couple days out. The sailors start to get a lot more nervous. They are now all packing, making sure that they have all of their gear stowed correctly. They're making sure all the knots are tied, making sure everything's sorted out. They swab the deck once an hour. Everyone's looking keenly out towards sea. They're doubling the watch. The next day, you're about a days away from Altanis, and all through the day, it's just a rotating shift of everyone coming up to watch, looking to see if anybody's coming out there. The captain of the captain himself is not content to be behind the wheel or in his cabin. He is up and about the entire day, yelling at everybody to do a better job than they're already doing. And yet, you do not have any sea captains. You do not have any other ships coming forward until you see the spires of the city of Altanis in the distance. Only then do you see one of the famed glass ships coming forward. You've seen them, some of you seen them before, but not all of you were there that time. When the ship does arrive, it's a ship made of crystal, single glass sail and lines that should not be able to sail above the water, yet there it floats, its rudder and two spines skirting the waves while the rest of the ship flies above. The hull is a deep red crystal, the color of the sun setting after a wild storm. The rest of the ship is translucent, splintering sunlight regardless of where it stands. Embossed on the prow is a golden lidded eye with a half moon underneath, the sigil of the Wizardess. The ship's crew is basically 6 lithe women wearing uniforms of leather, knee-high jack boots, bikini bottoms, leather corsets, shoulder pauldrons, and elbow-length gloves, capes and helmets that shield their eyes from the sunlight. The captain, which is the one wearing a red cape, is dressed the same, but is otherwise dressed the same. Takes a glance at your ship, comes about a crossbow's distance from you, and shouts, "What's your business in the city?" The captain, by the time their ship comes near, the half the crew is underneath. The rest of them are cowering behind anything that they can hang on to. The captain says, "Delivering nobles from the city-state." The sea captain nods and immediately turns and sails away. At which point the ship captain, is just stands there stunned for a while. He's like, I've never not been ridden over the rail by these people. They normally, this would normally be our 5th time encountering them. But as you can see, port's in eyesight, so fuck it, let's land and call this a day.
Something is very wrong.
Yeah,
That's
this
an
isn't good.
understatement, mate.
So I want to inquire of the captain if he's going to be okay to make it back with whatever strange things are going on in the sea.
He says, well, we'll probably not go the route that we did. I mean, we may head south towards Tarantis, but it really depends on what we pick up. He says, we basically, when we get, I just read the end of that song, John, you fucker. When we get a job, we could be going to Tarantis, Kabakpol, the Overlord, or the Sword Coast. We don't know. So
Okay, but he's not concerned about like the safety of himself or the crew as far as like them leaving here.
No.
Okay.
No.
So seahorses are just
we
part
have
of his daily.
yeah.
Okay.
They basically, on the way in, they were expecting to get like inspected like 5 times.
Gotcha. But he's not worried about anything else. Okay, cool.
No.
I just don't want to like abandon them and then they get eaten or something.
And he appreciates that. He really does. All right. I do not have a web map of this city, but it's a really pretty city. So you guys arrive in Altanis, and you are able to make port. The captain, gets clearance and throws down lines. They go ahead and gather up. It seems to be, the port's not bustling. There's just a few ships in, and there's definitely more than a couple of people looking over the ship and asking questions as soon as you arrive. And it sounds like, from what you've experienced so far, that he won't have any problem getting a cargo back out. But he tells you, just in case you need me, I'm going to wait a couple of days before I head out. Just, if the problems continue, let me know.
Appreciated.
All right. Pull this up. The where do we go? So this is the area. There we go. Don't deal with that yet. Deal with that later. Good. Okay. Fucker. So this is the area. Sorry, this is the area that you come up to. The ports are to the north above this map. Most of what you see are the city, not the city gates, but the city's denizens and just where people normally live are outside the city is to the north of the castle itself. The castle itself being here at the bottom. But you are able to make port and get off and get your bearings pretty quickly.
Usually I can.
So you guys are going to head up to the castle, or what do you guys decide to do at this point? You can head up to the castle, hang out at the bazaar outside, hang out at the port. Ladies and gentlemen, the choice is yours.
I'd say we head up to the castle because we need to head up to the library, and business is business, and we aren't here for pleasure.
What? Just a little pleasure?
Not at this place. Pleasure's sure good as poison.
Yeah.
So you're saying I shouldn't go check out the bazaar?
LJ says, "Come on, let's go check out the bazaar."
And Bash is like already following LJ to the bazaar.
We sneak off. We're out of here.
We'll follow.
Yeah, I'll follow.
No, you guys go to the castle. You guys go to the library.
But
Okay,
we're gonna
well-
go to this really
I
cool
don't
place
wanna
and
go
just
to the
hang out in the library all day like a bunch of nerds.
You think Blodgett wants to go to the library?
Okay, well, if all of you are going to the bazaar, I'm going to the library so somebody can watch LJ. Or,
Bash is not going to the library unless he absolutely has to.
like somebody's got to watch Lev. So
I'm very large. I don't walk down book aisles very well.
No, Carlos is going to the bloody library because, well, he wants to look too.
My character's going to the library as well.
All right, so those of you going
Plenty
up
of
to the
people go to the library.
Bash looks disgusted at the other dryad or the other druid as it walks off to go to the library.
Excuse me?
The tree
It's literally a tree graveyard.
You're going to the tree graveyard, Caroline.
There's so many comments I could make about how it's more useful than you are at this current moment in time.
Oh, God. Ow. Feel the burn.
At least I can still tree.
So proud of you.
Even anyway, I'm good. So you guys... All right, love you. Sorry you're tired, man. Okay.
Good night, Frederick.
The tree graveyard.
Good night, Joel.
Yeah, good night.
Did we lose somebody?
yeah, Joel's tired and he's going back to bed.
Got jet lag or something.
He says we've got this, and
We have
and
something.
if what I fear is coming to pass, we absolutely do not have this.
It's fine. It's fine. You guys got this. It'll be great.
It's okay, I have a topical ointment.
Don't
You're
forget, I'm leaving. I'm
you're
getting off in
muted,
45
Victor,
minutes.
and coming through on John's mic.
Oh, all right.
Just thought that would be relevant info for the upcoming expository information.
I mean, that's true. Okay, I do need to expose. All right, so woohoo. So the those of you going to the castle, you go up to the front gate. It is the gate itself is down. There are a couple of guards standing on the other side. Who's going to say what to the guards? They see you coming forward. They're looking at you idly. They seem to be deciding whether or not to spear you, but holding off on the side of caution. You might be somebody helpful. You walk like high-level player characters. You don't mod through them.
Those guys look like they're really high-level player characters.
And you've got a fucking dire wolf. No, the invisible dire. You've got an invisible dire wolf.
And a big dog.
Big dog. Is the dog visible now? Okay, you've got a big dog.
Yeah,
the dog herself just looks pretty fucking scary. So they're like, okay.
He has detect NPC on us.
Yeah, you come up as not NPCs. All right, so
Okay.
you just walk up to the gate and just stand there like idiots. What do you do?
Lev will go ahead and introduce himself, and explain that we've come from Havoc Pool, and previously we were in touch with the I don't know if she would be the queen. She's the queen, right?
Yeah.
The queen. We've been in touch with the queen prior to some mysterious happening, and nobody's been able to get word in or out of the city by any magical means. We have business hoping to gain entrance to the library, but hopefully maybe you could give me some information about what's happening here, and I'll go ahead and palm him 100 gold.
Basically, while you're talking, the guards start to back up a little bit, and they start talking amongst themselves.
Okay, then I don't palm him 100 gold because they walked away before I did.
They're both female.
Okay,
They're all female. You don't find a male guard in this place.
Yeah,
okay,
also true. So the guards talk to themselves for a moment, and then one of them comes up and says, "So you claim to have known the queen before. Who? And you're from Cabocpool. Who was your? Who's the king in Cabocpool?"
There is no king in Cabocpool. There is a duke.
The other guard, the first guard looks at the other guard nods, and they say, "Okay." So Lev Helder?
Leverin Holder is my full
Leverin
name.
Holder. Okay. 1 second. One of the guards goes off for a moment. The other one stands there. The first guard comes back. With a beautiful young lady. She is wearing robes of a court robes. It's got a very high cut waist and gold and blue trim with kind of a reddish orange hair. She arrives at the gate and starts motioning to the guards to raise it for them. As soon as the gate is opened, she says, Mr. Helda, welcome. I am Kiri Kakan. Kiri Kakana, the Minister of Relations. So more than happy to welcome you here in the city.
Pleasure to meet you, and I'll be floating like eye level in the air because I'm a tiny little pixie, but I'll bow.
Okay, she bows as well, titters a bit. And she says, "Who are your companions? Who are your friends that you've brought with you? Besides this lovely pooch, if
This is my familiar actually.
Hmm.
Her name is Dog. I've suggested perhaps another name, but she likes her name, so she keeps it. And I'll go ahead and introduce the rest of the party, telling a little bit about individual exploits of how each of them have saved, the lives of other party members and some of our greatest deeds. I'm kind of going like a speed running our greatest hits as I
Okay.
introduce.
Um, and she says, "You're more than welcome to come in, come in, come in. Um, let us go somewhere and have a drink. You must be tired. You've just sailed in from Kabikpool, then?"
It was a long journey. We originally did try to teleport, but there was some sort of trouble with that I was hoping to investigate while I was here. We came with a different purpose, but when new things arise, they require investigating, of course.
Is she giggling to herself?
Yeah. Um, she says, "Ah, well, magic is a tricky thing. No one really ever knows what those wizards do. Um, come. Let's kick off the dust and crack open a bottle." She takes you into one of the main courtyard. Lev's been there before. Carlos has, of course, been there. This is basically the main courtyard of the castle where um, minor festivals are held. 3 or 4 and 20 virgins. Um, the she has she brings you to a side room off of the courtyard. It's fairly well appointed.
Bonsoir, mon petit. Bonsoir, mon petit.
She says, "Okay." She has um, some wine brought in. Goblets are poured. Wine is poured for the party, or for the 4 of you that are there. She asks if your friend the wolf would like a bowl of wine, since a goblet's too high. So they pour a small bowl for the wolf, as well as the rest.
That's my girl.
And she says, "Yes. What what kind of power structure do they have there in Kabikpool?"
What does she mean by power structure?
Well, what position do you wield within the great
Oh.
young city of Kabikpool?
Well, we're officially landowners,
Okay.
but we
And since your
occupy.
friend is a paladin of the Church of Cuthbert, I hear that they're pretty well off there as well. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Our grouping is rather unique, though. As a group, we function not as an official arm of the government of Cabotpool, but we solve various problems that would imperil the realm. That
We
perhaps
find them
no
too.
other yes, that perhaps no other uh, group of uh, group of warriors and adventurers could handle on their own.
Ah. She says, "Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
Sure. I have a little bonus because I did it in character. This Lev's diplomacy is pretty bad.
+2. Yes, you can get a plus
Hooray.
two.
Thank you.
And John, give me a sense motive.
20 total.
20 total.
And the darling little girl.
Okay, she seems to be drawing more information out of you than you are out of her. She asks about Kavik Pol, the goings on there. She's trying to find out. She seems to be trying to find out what kind of power you wield in the city. But she's pretty satisfied that you guys you're who you say you are, and you're there to check out the library and inquire about the goings on. She says the thing that I can help you with would be the library itself. I'm more than happy to do you the favor that, and maybe the next time I need some assistance in Kavik Pool relations, you guys can give me a hand as well.
Happily.
Good. Good. So nice to find a like-minded friendly noble, landowner noble.
As I said before, we solve problems.
Good.
And sometimes to solve problems, you need to cooperate.
Okay. She says,
John.
that was an amazing episode, by the way.
Well done. Well done.
This is Cadefell, son of Cademan, our comic relief.
True story. So she has one of the guards to direct you to the library.
I do ask to speak to her wizard to wizard.
Owie.
Okay. She says, "Well, I am not a wizard. I am a politician myself.
Explains so much.
But I can get you to the library, and maybe there are some people who deal with that sort of thing in the library.
Then I just have one
hold
question for
on.
you.
John, roll a disguise roll, please.
Oh, jeez.
Don't forget you got +4.
Hold on. Before you roll, John, do you want to roll, or what's your bonus? What's your normal disguise bonus? Because, okay, Suzanne, can you roll? What's your bonus?
I'm looking. My disguise. It's +8. No, +10.
All right, go ahead and give it a roll.
$22.
22 total?
Yep.
All right.
Well, +2 for the disguise kit.
+2 for the disguise, -2 because you're a wolf.
Okay, then 22.
22. All right. She looks over Garlos a few times, but shakes her head. Garlos, you do remember that Curie was actually one of the ministers that was super pissed up being fooled by your previous existence here. She is the Minister of Public Relations. You pretended to be an ambassador. And so she was the one who was blamed about you not being who you said you were.
Well, hey, it was just to try to get through the place without running into trouble, but no, I just ran straight into trouble because I was an ambassador.
Ah,
All right.
I will say, then I have just one question for you.
Sure.
we've been unable to get in touch with the Queen and have been unable to do that jolly cooperation that I was going on about earlier. Is she safe?
The Queen is the Queen. I mean, we do not question her ladyship. We do not question Her Highness.
Is she alive?
That is not the kind of thing that I am worried about.
Oh, is she being controlled?
I'm
Oh.
concerned about the life of.
I want to do a sense motive on that one.
Go for it.
So 16 and a 12, so 28.
Okay, well, you beat the pants off of her because she rolled a 2. And you definitely realize that she thought she was, getting rid of you guys. She does seem to actually be worried. But she's trying to play it off as in our monarch is this just happens from time to time. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. Everything's under control. Everything's fine.
And this doesn't look like a spell of some sort to me, like she might be being controlled by an external force or charmed or something.
Give me a spellcraft.
Hell yes. Oh, hell yes. 39.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's just not a. It's definitely not a spell.
Okay.
She's not acting as if she would under a spell.
All right. Okay, so
You guys are going to be able to make
wrong.
to the library. The guard brings you in there.
I'm going to get a drink.
Alrighty, thank you, love.
And I'll tell her as we walk away. Just remember, we solve problems. Come to me if you remember that you have one.
Dude, so heavy-handed.
And I'm gone.
Oh my god. Heroic.
There are comments I could make. So many comments.
All right, the guard leads you into the library, which is in the main castle. As you're heading into the main castle, a tall woman of indeterminate age, wearing some very finely wrought armor, notices you and stops the guard and stops you. She's like, so you are the visitors from Kabakpool, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I am LSR Malay, the Minister of War, and oh, hold on one second. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. She's wearing robes, not armor. I want to keep these guys in check. She queries you about your goals here and the purpose of your visit. And she'll walk with you as you're going to the library. This place of books, she says with some modest amounts of disgust.
The tree graveyard.
All right, y'all. You leave graveyards. I'm gonna pick up some new spells, and you're gonna be real glad I went to the graveyard.
What's
I'm
her-
glad some good can come of this.
There are so many levels, Ben, of you setting
Because
on fire.
it seems like it would be very unpractical to have a library in a forest where you just carve the spells and useful information onto the living trees and they can continue to grow. That just seems like it would be too much to ask for a sustainable library in the forest. Something a druid could possibly even come up with. It just seems like it would be that horribly hard.
A sustainable library.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Completely out of his ass. That's where that came from.
He's been stewing on that. He's been angry and hasn't
I mean, the
been talking
more I
to
think
us.
about it, the cooler of an idea this sounds.
Yeah, we need to do that when we go back to the Grove.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we just need to
But
start carving like our legends and all our spells and records onto the trees so they're there forever.
Paws off my trees because I've seen what you do.
But you're gonna go read some dead trees just because they might have a useful spell and incarnation there to bring back the dead, or
we don't have
this
to
is
carve
the guy
the
who
trees.
yeets his team players into the middle of a firefight, and you think I'm going to trust you with my trees?
Look,
I tried to speedball one NPC and everybody freaks out about it.
He was a PC. I was playing him.
Wait, isn't vellum made of sheepskin?
Isn't what?
Vellum.
Vellum is made of sheepskin.
Yeah, so they're not killing trees, Ben. It's
They're
vellum.
using paper, right?
No, it's vellum. Vellum is sheepskin.
So the books that are in the library that caught on fire aren't paper?
No.
Some of them are paper, but most of them, the ones that you guys are after, are probably sheepskin. You're fine.
But still, it's traumatic to go walk through a bunch of dead people that could have been me.
I thought sheepskin was condoms.
Huh?
Sorry.
Say again, Zag?
Nothing. I was
okay. All right, we don't need to get human skin. Yeah, you could use people.
I've got a middle ground. We don't need to carve the trees. We can cast warp wood, and that doesn't hurt the trees.
Well, at some point, I'm going to go find a highly skilled wood carver and just have them start carving my own legends into my own bark.
You know what? It actually is a pretty cool spellbook flavor to tattoo your spells on your body.
Yes, that would
That's
be
appropriately fucked up.
Cool.
So
Your
it could
kind of like
your
it.
choice.
It
That
could
works for
be-
me, dude.
That
All
could be
right,
a similar kind of
Ben's
thing.
all about consent, so that's good. He's consenting. He is a tree, and he can consent to have things carved on himself.
Well, we could go to a forest of living wood and just ask the living wood and have it volunteer to keep records of whatever or spells. I mean, this is not a terrible idea.
It is not a terrible idea.
It's an insane
However,
idea.
for me, it's automatically suspicious because it came from you.
Why is it suspicious? I don't understand. You have this horrible opinion of me.
Yes, I do.
Something about yeeting people into combat, Ben. It's downhill from there. I'm sorry.
We all make tactical errors. I don't understand. I've been shot in the butt so many times.
This is true too.
The wizard has started fights that I've had to run into after specifically being like, "Hey, let's not start a fight."
All right, you guys make it to
I
the
make one
library.
mistake.
You guys
and
make it. You
then
guys
takes
make it to
forever.
the tree
Okay,
graveyard.
fine. You know what? Fine. I'm just gonna stay out in the bazaar. You go to the tree burial ground. It's fine.
You're at the tree burial ground. The guard has introduced you there. The Minister of War is seeing you in, and she is curious to basically watch what you guys are up to, but she doesn't seem to want to interfere with you directly. Garlos, give me a spot check. Lev and Blodgett, give me a search check.
$26.
$35.
Okay. All right. 35 is going to get you to sniff out between Lev and Blodgett. You're able to hunt down the books that you're looking for. It'll take you a couple of hours to find them. You find some books on elder magic and some books on stellar magic that seem to be going into the realm of this whole night sky thing. Okay, yes, you're able to do that as well. And what, actually, you tell me, what types of books are you guys looking for overall?
I'm looking for those books that answer the questions of the main plot, and I'm also looking for books about the nature of the weave, the history of this place, specifically the religious history, and any books of prophecy.
I'm gonna look for books on this thing they're calling space.
I hear you, Zach.
Spiritual. Can't hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. And the spiritual nature of this thing they're calling space.
Books on space, how to get to it, how to survive there.
And thrive spiritually.
Spiritually thrive in space. Is it true? Are they really held up with thumbtacks? All right. You guys are being fairly successful there. Ben and who else is going to the bazaar? All right, so Ben's at the
Blodgett.
bazaar. Ben and
Blodgett.
Blodgett are okay. Oh, that's right. Blodgett and Ben were going to the bazaar. That's right. Sorry, I got that backwards.
I guess LJ will go as well.
Difficulty was using his diplomacy skills with the
No,
captain.
I used Lev's diplomacy for that because he was the one talking.
Oh, okay. All right. So those three are at the bazaar.
Yeah, if I was using LJ's diplomacy skill for that, I would have blown her freaking pants off.
Okay. The bazaar is extremely busy. Quite a few different types of vendors. Seems kind of like a nervous busyness, though. Definitely people moving around with some speed, and definitely a lot of snappy sales going on. Are you looking for anything particular, or just trying to get the keep an eye on the place and see what's about?
LJ is trying to get try and figure out any information as to what the problem is here, why this place has been so isolated, and why there was so little guard presence on the waters.
Yeah, that's Bash's main concern is why we didn't have the welcoming party we expected.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, we were not terrorized or assaulted or harassed.
I haven't even had an assassination attempt against me yet.
There's time. There's time. Um, do any of you have gather information?
I do. And I gave you a roll for it earlier. I believe it was 27.
LJ has it untrained, but I'm not going to beat that.
Okay, I don't see any text from you, Ben. But
Oh, I sent it. Did I send it to the wrong person? No, I sent it to Victor IBM.
Yeah.
You have two.
Okay, it must have been lost in the.
Oh no,
I
no
see it.
worries.
No,
I
no,
just
no.
I
I
just
see
didn't
it.
know
I
if
see it.
maybe you had a
Actually,
second
I found it.
user account set up.
I found it, Ben. I found it. Oh, nice. Good job. Thank you.
I
You
did
guessed
get a
what you're
20
going to do.
total.
21 for gather information, 21 for 27 and 21 for gather information. Listen, good job. You will actually find out that the city guard captains no one has seen the old city guard captains, which they're used to, in quite a while, and all the new captains are the old sea captains. And you can tell them because they, although they're wearing the red of a captain's outfit, they don't look. They have no idea what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing.
What do they appear to be trying to be doing?
Basically, it's like having a. It's like having a sysadmin go over to the shipping and receiving department and run the office there. It's a great idea if you want to have somebody ask questions and do stuff that doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, basically all the guard captains that are out and about right now don't know what they're doing, and all of the actual regular city guard captains are just like fucking gone, and nobody knows why. But you know, the queens disappeared before, but usually it's just like a few days or a week or something. So this
How long
isn't
has it been this
entirely
time?
unusual, but it's the city folk, as far as the queen goes, are just like whatever. You know, we don't really care about what the goings on are inside the castle. But the city guard and the port guard are actually noticeable, and that's what they care about.
Okay, so we know the queen's gone. Is there any indication about why all the regular guard captains are gone?
There's no one knows why.
Okay, how long's the queen been gone?
At this point, it's about 3 weeks.
Not good.
I don't know, but it seems like a great time to start bringing contraband into the city.
Yeah, I was about to say
That's definitely a thing that people are doing.
gosh, we could
Okay.
totally fucking rob some of these stores, and they
Or
would
to
never
take
catch
over the
us.
city. Right, we could just take over the city. I mean, how hard would that be, really?
Dude, they've got a cool wizard's tower.
Right? It's
Oh
got
my
a cool wizard's tower.
God.
I mean, it's also kind of isolated, and it already has a reputation. People might just leave us alone if we just kind of moved in and took this over.
That's not a bad idea. You guys could totally take the city over.
But we've got to go to space because
I'm gonna
otherwise
cast-
it's not going to
I'm
matter.
gonna cast Witch.
Well, once we take over the city, we can have them build us a spaceship.
There you
We
go.
don't know what a spaceship is, or if that's even a thing.
I bet Marvin could help.
Like, what kind of cells are we going to use?
We're totally not leveraging
Ship
Marvin.
sales, spaceship sales.
Marvin's got a wealth of experience and knowledge that we are not leveraging. Like, he could
Yeah.
totally help us to build a spaceship.
Marvin, I've got paper for you again, but this time it's not on the floor. It's already on the table, and I need you to draw on it.
Ooh.
Schematics. We need a spaceship, and we need one that works.
All right. So that's what you guys find in the bazaar. And you are able to find, I mean, it basically there's a lot of moderately shady shit here at the bazaar these days. You know, it's the kind of stuff, a lot more. Actually, it's Altanis. There's always some, some level of drugs and whatnot, but you do find more weirder magic and fairly unusual types of I guess it would be like like just drugs and skis. People are selling and buying
Sex,
stuff
drugs, and
that they would
rock'n'roll.
stuff that you would see in the city state. That's a better way to put it. People are selling stuff that you would see in the city state that doesn't normally get sold and bought around here. Give merchants 2 days and they'll look at you funny. Give merchants a week and they'll sell anything they can. All right, so that's what's going on in the bazaar. You do find that the guards have been gone for about 2 weeks. Not the guards themselves, but just the captains. So there's the cities, the bazaar and the city still have a bunch of guards around, but all the captains are new. And that's what you guys find in the city bazaar itself.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to one of the captains and ask where his superior officer is.
Okay, you go up to one of the captains, ask that. Two of the guards see you talking directly to the captain and come up on either side of you. The captain herself looks around and says, like, who wants to know? Who are you? What are you doing in this city? What problem do you have, citizen?
My name is LJ. I'm a cleric of Pelor from Cabot Pool, and I'm
Uh,
here. I'm here on accompaniment with my friends who are in the library right now. They are researching some unrelated thing, but we've had an issue where we've been unable to contact the Queen, who we've been working with to try and solve various unrelated problems. That obviously has not been possible in the last few weeks, and seeing a bunch of new captains and hearing about how all of the old captains have mysteriously disappeared, I'm trying to get a better picture of what exactly is going on.
Okay. Blodgett, give me a spot check, please.
Somebody about to club me over the head?
The way you just phrased all that, I would.
Yeah, I
Damn.
would.
Yeah, for the record, Bash is like moving away from all this and doesn't really
Oh,
want to be associated with
shit,
OG
I'm
right
26.
now.
You're kind of like the
All
drunk guy on the street who's saying
Look,
stupid shit.
Look,
The guard.
I'm getting
the
tired of these
captain
people who
is
have no
looking
idea
at
what the
him.
hell's going on.
All right, the captain is looking at the other two guards. Blodgett, what you see is that the captain's looking at the other two guards for guidance. She says, she's incredibly off put. She's like, listen, we don't need any people coming in from some tiny city, some large town that wants to pretend to be a city and tell us how to run our business. We if you want to go and if talk to somebody in the council, you're more than welcome to. My boss, as it were, is is Cormar the Light. So go talk to the Minister of the Sea if you wish to talk to her. But I've got work to do here, so get the fuck
Thank
out
you.
of my face.
Then I'll quit bothering you. That's all I needed to know. I'm gonna go try find Cromar the Light because that sounds like a person. That's a named NPC. Sounds like a person who probably knows a thing or two about a thing or two. It's not a bumbling idiot wasting my freaking time.
Which you didn't say out loud.
No, that is my out of character declaration to Victor. I'm not calling these fine ladies wastes of my fucking time to their faces.
What a good thing to not do. Okay.
Well, what are they gonna do? Hit me?
How tall are you?
6 feet tall.
Okay, you are 6 feet
When
tall.
standing on top of the tiefling.
Right.
No, Lev's in the library. He's reading. I'm being LJ right now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so okay, the tiefling. So.
Yeah, I don't have 29 hit points right now. I have 200.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Big
Go
man.
ahead. Hit me with
Big
a billy
man
club.
with a lot of hit points. Ooh.
Yeah.
You
Go
know what
ahead.
they say, the more hit points they have, the harder it is to kill them.
Look, we don't need to burn down the bazaar. Chill out. Like,
Look, I'm being rude to the police, okay? It's not the end of the world.
Might I remind you, you're a tiefling right now, not a regular human.
What are you gonna do, Victor? Are you gonna discriminate against me? You're gonna be racist?
What part of my characters are realistic means they're not racist?
Yeah, I was about to go there.
Just saying, it's fucked up.
Because you're talking about the cops right now, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. What did you
I don't know.
eat this evening?
I don't know. I don't know.
Get into there.
I play D&D to escape the real world, and I personally don't want police brutality on my games.
All right. I
should have specified that in advance.
I appreciate that desire. I play D&D to escape the real world, and I like to be on the other side of police brutality. So yeah, it's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah. Somehow I knew that was coming.
All right, dear. Go ahead and get ready.
Good night, Suzanne.
Does anybody need anything from me?
have a good night.
I am trying to think. Budget, give me one more search check, please, or spot check, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in a library, so I'm afraid for my life. You've got the best spot check in the group, so if you could make
No,
one to make
Blodgett's
sure
not
that
in the
like...
library. Blodgett's with LJ and the Bazaar.
Oh, right. Never mind. My bad.
29.
Watching that whole abortion good.
All right. Blodgett's able to suss out the Kuromar.
The Kumar?
Kuromar the light.
Oh.
The person you need to talk to, apparently, right now.
Blodgett needs
About
to
their
talk to
car's
you first.
extended warranty.
Not you, Blodgett. Not
Okay.
you. Good luck on your surgery.
Thank you. Hopefully it'll be
Very much so.
nothing.
Hopefully so.
Prayers for quick and easy and a speedy recovery.
All right. Hopefully we get to meet up this weekend, Brandon.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
All right. See you
All
later.
right. See you soon, Sus.
Bye-bye.
And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
yeah,
Christmas.
indeed. I got my girlfriend a 7 Tenets of Satanism T-shirt for Christmas.
That's
Super stoked. Her other T-shirt's a baby Baphomet sweater or a T-shirt, so it's in the zone.
good. That's excellent.
Um,
Oh, no.
okay. So LJ and Bash and Blodgett are able to find the sorry about that. Are able to find a tall, weathered woman of middle age. She's definitely been out to sea many, many years. And this does appear to be Kormar the Light.
All right, then LJ will go up and introduce himself more politely.
Okay.
What a good beginning.
Yeah, somebody who actually knows what they're doing. Wow.
Will do.
And I'm gonna ask. I guess I'll say. So let's not beat around the bush. The circumstances are unusual, right?
Um, she says, it's pretty damn unusual. Zach, did you get my last message? He may not have, or he may be frozen. Not sure which one that is.
I'm not sure either.
Oh,
No, it's not
did you get my
frozen.
last message, Zach?
I just did.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
She's she tells you, yeah, the city is in danger. I mean, we can't protect ourselves without the queen. And all of my captains have been pulled in from the sea to manage the affairs of the state itself with no explanation. I honestly, I don't know where she is, but I know that that is correct. I don't know where she is, but I know that it's I know that whatever's going on is private to her, at least.
Whatever it is, it's serious. The even the magic of the place seems disrupted. Me and my compatriots earlier actually tried teleporting to the docks instead of sailing, and were rejected. And the wizard in our company is very worried about the state of the weave and a bunch of other stuff that frankly I don't understand. But um, it seems unprecedented, the Queen's absence this long, and we're from Cabot Pool and had her cooperation on a couple of very important matters that aren't super relevant, but her absence is sorely felt. I understand she's a very secretive person, but somebody must know more about
she
where she
she
might
looks
be.
at you sideways and says, "Well, I have a theory that the source of whatever's going on is in her chambers, but I don't know anyone who's
Dumb enough.
You found just the
walked
folks.
in and back out."
Oh, look.
Um,
Call to Dennis.
I suggest we go find a spaceship.
it's at the bottom of the ocean. We know where it is. We just don't know how to make it work. But what sort of rumors come out of this chamber of hers?
Well, no one's. Let me put it this way: I'm not the kind of person who I'm busy doing what I'm doing, but I've asked some of my people to go in and take a look, and no one's come back and told me what's going on in there. But I think that's where it's. I think something's happening inside the castle in the Queen's chambers. That's my opinion.
That's very helpful. It at least gives us something to follow up on.
She says, yeah, the Minister of War just wants everybody to kowtow to her. She thinks she's running the place now, and unfortunately for me, she's commandeered all of my guards without so much as a by your leave. But we've got to keep the city safe, and that's what.
So that's what happened to your captains.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed about it. But what are you gonna do?
Well, maybe there is something that we could do, but you think it might be all planned out by her? Maybe a coup type of thing?
No, she's not that smart.
No. She didn't seem it, but maybe there's someone around her who is.
Okay, I'm really sorry, guys, but I've still got to do more work tonight.
Oh wow,
And stuff.
busy day, yeah.
Oh yeah, well, it's going to be right up until D-Day, literally,
Yeah.
or should I say C-Day?
Right. X day for Xmas.
Yeah, and then I will be able to relax a little bit. But I wanted to be here, and
Thank you.
I will see you all again very, very
Alright.
soon.
See you
Right,
next
have a good
time.
night.
And
You
thank
got
you
it, dude.
again
Take
for
care.
thank you again for all the
Laters.
bags.
Later.
Bye bye.
You're very welcome, Brandon.
Blas.
She's the best.
Blas, you have I'll just tell you I don't have the wherewithal to type and talk about something else at the same time. You were able to go down and talk to the Church of Inanna.
Mm-hmm.
Say that 10 times fast. And you know, they are basically and the one thing that you find is that they are kind of limiting their spells that people are purchasing.
Limiting their spells that people are purchasing.
Yeah, it's harder to buy spells right now.
And why? And do I know why? Can I infer it or
You are not able to get why out of them, but you can tell that they are embarrassed, I think is the word. The clergy seems to be embarrassed as to why.
okay?
The end result is they're not casting for just the average Joe. They do have
I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask a question. When you say embarrassed, is it shame, as in something traumatic may have happened, or is it more classist, like they're just classe?
more shame.
And can I ascertain at a sort of time frame that this has begun, like when they were selling spells? Like,
It's been
okay.
about 3 or 4 weeks now.
How long has the priestess been away? The wizardess been away, guys?
3 weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
Just
About 3.5 weeks. It's been about 3.5 weeks.
Okay, so something happened. I think we can infer that having to do with magic.
I'm inferring all right.
What are you inferring?
A piece of lore that Lev doesn't know.
That doesn't know. Okay, that's a fun part of the game.
My player knowledge is killing me here. It's killing me.
Okay. Okay, and you were gonna say something else, Vic. I think that I interrupted you. I'm not sure.
I was looking up something for you.
Victor, I don't want to do this story.
I appreciate that desire you have, Brandon. Um, they yeah, they're referring everybody to Stuart Morgan, the Minister of Health inside the castle. But they are basically like, as far as the lack of guards and the the queen being gone, they're having to rely on the strength of the other churches, not other churches, but the other churches in the area, kind of banding together to assist each other,
Right.
in this moment.
Yes, I understand. Well, I make an offer to them that if I can offer them a troop of highly trained cleric fighters to help them in their cause, I would
recently raised from the dead.
Yes, I would be glad to bring them to their cause.
Okay. They appreciate it. They definitely appreciate it. They may well take you up on it, as a matter of fact.
Oh God, you have all the pets and all the pets.
Next time I do my connection with my person back there, I'll ask them to send a contingency of about half a dozen fairly well trained fighters to come to that temple. And I let them know that that's the intention. They should expect to welcome visitors within weeks' time.
Okay.
Not a week, but weeks' time.
Right. They appreciate it. For Garlos, hold on. For Garlos or Kedfell, the captain of the guard that you talk to, she realizes, she sees that you're a paladin, and she's like, oh well, at least you're a do-gooder, not necessarily our kind of guy, but it is what it is. She's just like that. We've captured 12 assassins in the last week alone, and the land is much more dangerous than the sea. And that's basically the gist of it. Is like this whole they are. That's actually a really appropriate statement. She feels like a fish out of water. And so that's the guard captain that Garlos speaks to. Is just like, yeah, it is a very difficult existence up here, and trying to figure out what the fuck. They're too busy trying to just keep the actual assassins from the city, in order to do anything else other than that. They're just too busy fending off the bullshit.
Yeah, Carlos sympathizes. He's heard that the assassins are rather rife around here.
It's definitely a thing. They have. It's definitely a thing. They have. Enough, just enough regular guards to barely keep things going, and it's just been absolute madness. She, wonders where the other captains were and why no one's coming to um, support them as well. So she's pretty salty about it. She seems to blame the higher ups without blaming the higher ups. Kind of that double speak.
Carlos will ask if there's anything they could do to assist.
She's like, I have no idea what. I mean, help us if you want to help us keep watch and guard. That's super awesome, and we'd love you for it. But that's about all I can think of.
Carlos says, what about getting to the root of the problem? Like, where's everyone gone and what's happened?
She looks like, well, how would you find the root? What would you do?
We have a mage. They can find things.
Do a little digging.
We can inquire about and do some digging on our own.
She shrugs. She's like, go for it.
Okay, we have permission.
Yes, you have permission from the guards, Captain.
Works for me. I don't need much. Carlos asked if they could have a look at the throne room.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Hey, Lev, you got a legend lore handy?
No, I already burned it.
Yeah.
It's been a week, Brandon.
Oh, okay, then yes, I do.
Oh, good. That might be a good thing to employ here. Like running a legend lore geared towards the more immediate past than the long past.
Yeah, I could. How do I want to do this? Do a legend lore on the recent past of the throne room of the castle.
Yeah. Hope you're not like one of those fellows who's a bit of a prig. Goings on there might frighten you.
Like you don't know the shit that I've seen.
Okay, we're good then. Yeah, that's right. You're Lev.
You remember how I did a legend lore that was so immensely painful to the mind it made me lose an intelligence point?
This shouldn't be that bad then. Yeah, you're good.
Hmm. It's true. All right. Sorry. You will be able to get to the throne room. Are you guys just gonna go? You're gonna go there instead of the library?
Well, we've already started the library.
Yeah, we've started the library.
We'll take a quick nip off to the throne room to do a legend lore, then pop back for more research. We're taking a break, stretching the legs,
Yeah. Burning the spell slot.
uncreasing our eyebrows. You know, it's helpful.
Okay.
I also want to try using the Rod of Weave power as a focus again.
All right. You will be able to. The guard, the captain will basically escort you to the throne room and let you just step inside. But she's like, don't touch anything because it's not safe. It's fine for you to be here for a minute, but she's basically walking you there. You get to the throne room. It's an appropriately immense room, beautifully ornate throne, and several guards around. And she's like, if you want to do something here, go ahead and do it, but you can't stay for long.
Okay, would my legend lore be the 1d10 times 10 minutes? Since I'm
Yes.
here. And
Yes.
would that be too long?
You don't know.
I'll ask her. Is like half an hour or maybe a little more, maybe a little less too long?
Half an hour is pushing it a lot, but
Then first I'm gonna try and just do like a spellcraft check with the rod of weave power and see if I can detect anything like wrong with the weave.
okay. Um, give me a spellcraft check.
Gonna be some warped ass shit in this place.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a 36.
Okay, you can tell that the weave seems to be crossing itself a lot here. Like the staff itself is more powerful. It seems to be sucking up and both feeding off of and amplifying the kind of fucked upness that's going on magically in this area.
Hmm. Uh okay, it's am I able to try and control how the rod is influencing the weave?
You haven't used the rod enough to do that yet.
Okay. Hmm. Then I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
And we'll go back to the library and I'll do the legend lore on the throne room there.
Okay.
That makes sense.
And I want to use the rod as a focus, and I want to try and discern the now that I have like an idea of what the weave is like in this room, I want to try and zero in on what's happened here.
Okay. When you do your legend lore, it leads you
To hell.
give me a what would that be, a will save?
Oh fuck. 25.
What's your normal spell DC?
19 plus spell level.
And legend lore is what level?
A 6th level spell, so 25.
25. All right. You barely keep from being madly charmed by the library itself.
Whoa.
You just
Dang.
you seem to be falling in love with the legends of the library.
Geez, I didn't need to cast a legend lore to tell me that.
Yeah, it's well, you actually seems like you cast a legend love, but the
Oh, what the fuck? What is going on here, man? God damn it, Victor.
yes, sir.
God damn it. Legend love, shut up.
The
This is
Wait,
the
you're able,
what
worst.
love
letter?
is
What
able
letter
to
did it flip before?
what?
It changed it from a teleport to a what was it?
To
A
a
teleport.
teleport.
Okay, I was just making sure like it's not like one letter, like that there's a spell that's like messing
No,
with
no.
a single letter.
No, it's far worse than that, and it's gonna get far worse. Okay, then I want to try and do some like if I've already found the books that I'm looking for, I want to kind of set those aside for right now and spend like an hour or two maybe with the rod studying it and trying some like really small scale manipulations of the weave around me.
Wait, say that one more time. Studying it
I want to
and
spend I want to spend like an hour or two studying the rod and trying to manipulate the weave around me in basic ways. Like I want to try and intentionally turn mage hand into mage band and have it doing like a little tap on the table and rhythm and things like that, and seeing how I can actually manipulate the fabric of the weave.
Oh yeah, that's not dangerous.
Look, it'd be really dangerous if I was doing it with fireball or something like that. Might make it fireballs.
um you are able to use the spell Mage Hand to summon a small band composed entirely of wizards. Um, they're able to crank out about one round of tunes before they dissipate.
What the fuck? The library is really impressed with my use of a rod and a hand. Oh no, Victor.
Hey, those words came up when the library was watching. It has a thesaurus.
The library loves you back. The dead trees have feelings. Um, okay, so
That was interesting. Sorry, guys.
you're good, bro. You're good. So I'm going to speak for Frederick here and talk about the concept of tracking. I bring things up for Joel when Joel's not here because I like some nice like that.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Joel.
All right. But that's all I'm going to say. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, tracking. Jeez. Track. I want to track.
You going to track?
Yeah.
What are you tracking with your
I don't
track?
know. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far.
You're not quite on track yet.
Yeah. I feel pretty off track.
He's still cleaning his rod in his hands.
Oh, that's true. That's true. All right. What is it? Sure that I've got everybody in the right locations of places. Zag,
Yes.
Blaz, and Keurig, what are you guys going to be doing now that you've found out your information?
Well, I left everybody at the library, I believe.
Correct.
So we will head back towards the library.
You get back just as you see Lev summoning a band of musicians who play a stunning rendition of the Pinball Wizard for about 1 minute and then disappear.
And Lev looks at you, says, "I figured out why magic's so tough to cast.
And
The
then
secret was in the music."
you disappeared.
No, the band of wizards disappear.
Oh,
He cast Mage Hand, and he got a mage band.
And I meant to get a mage band.
okay. So, what does the band have to do with why it's so hard to cast magic?
Well, the way the magic works is it functions by the weave. It's like the spatial realm of magic essence, and it's all tangled up and messed up just a few doors down, and that's causing spells to not work or not work like they should. Like Mage Hand would normally summon a hand that I can move stuff around with, but I just manipulated the weave because it's so weak and malleable here to make a mage band.
Yep.
So, Victor, would that include spiritual magic as well?
He's gone, but I believe it would.
Okay.
My hypothesis is that it would.
So, is it something we can do here in town, or do we just acknowledge it and move on? I mean, you obviously went to the place with the staff and got almost enchanted.
Well, I almost got enchanted doing the legend lore because it turned into a legend love.
Oh. Oh.
See, magic isn't working like it should here. And the only thing I can think to do is get more practice with the Rod of Weave power. Now that I'm kind of learning how to manipulate it, and see if I can untangle it before this gets worse.
You have a rod of weave power?
Yeah,
Who would trust you with that?
you freaking idiots trust me with it. Look, I haven't ended the world with it yet.
The world's ending on its own quite fine. You're fine with that, Rod.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have reason to believe that if I don't use this thing, the world will end in a different, really cataclysmic way.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Sex toys.
Your gas.
Oh, okay.
Your gas problem.
Yeah, gas is way too expensive.
Stinky.
Hey, some of us like that.
I'm curious if what's going on with the weave here is what's caused the Wizard Queen and her captains to vanish, and if it could be dispelled or like corrected and they'd come back.
I do believe they're correlated. The captains are gone because that Minister of War who was shadowing us earlier requisitioned all of the experienced captains for reasons unknown. I suspect that she's in cahoots with somebody who is taking advantage of the situation. But I can't say how involved that they are with the actual circumstances. But as far as fixing this problem with the weave, it's not a simple matter of dispelling the magic, because it's not a spell that would be dispelled. It's the nature of the field of magic itself.
Okay. What is a special magic item to help deal with that?
Gee, I wonder, and I wave around my Rod of Weave power. If only I knew how to use the damn thing. But that's what I'm going to start practicing.
I think we could get a barrel of weave and grow from the local garden supply to help with this.
I mean, we might be spending some time here, so however you want to pass the time.
Hopefully not getting assassinated because we're digging into this, people notice, and then
Yeah.
like people killing people over all this. The thing I find the most amusing and horrifying is that we may end up working to restore a psychopath to her throne to increase political stability in the region.
Look, restoring a psychopath is better than the alternative that I fear.
There is that.
Wait.
Because if this thing spirals out of control and becomes a serious problem, that could be a problem for all of magic in the world.
We're
Say again, Zach.
I don't see a lot of chaos around us.
Well, no, it's not so bad right now. It seems to be confined to the throne room and the immediate city.
It's mostly imperceptible, anyways.
But
So we don't have to restore her. We just have to figure out how to fix the weave or what the source of the problem
Well,
is.
we were very concerned with the queen being a problem and us getting to the library and acquiring the text that we need to figure out how to get or activate a spaceship. So why don't we finish that and go get our spaceship and fix the bigger problem and not worry about the queen? Maybe we can just let the queen be gone and it'll be okay. It'll work itself out.
That's a really good idea. I think the druids.
I get the feeling that's
So the tree's got a
not
point.
spectacular. I
We
mean,
do have a main point that we need to contend with.
The tree's got a point, and it's not just on the end of his branches.
they're both like really huge interplanar problems. This one just hasn't really spiraled out of control as badly yet.
Okay, we can come back and deal with this afterwards.
I'm afraid that if we let this one spiral out of control, I won't be able to do magic.
Well, so
we don't even know if magic works in space or our swords.
Right.
Well, I hadn't considered that, but I'm really scared of that now. Thank you.
If we leave, then you won't have to worry about whether or not you're magic.
Well, I'd like to come back.
Well, eventually, yes, but I guess my question is, can we put a band-aid on it of some sort and then like go do our business?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, but a band-aid is not like solving the problem. It's just like.
But we also don't know if this problem is being caused by the fact that there's something else greater wrong, and we need to go solve that problem. But since we have access to the library and we are unimpeded by a crazy queen right now, and Garlos is at risk of being discovered, how about we just get the books, get the hell out of here, and get to our spaceship?
I'm in favor of that. I mean,
easily.
It's interesting to me that it's localized, right? I mean, in a very specific space. So again, a traumatic event, right? That happened at once that caused the queen to leave and then magic to go awry.
Well, I mean, it's not that it is uninteresting. It's just maybe not the problem that we need to worry about.
I'm super worried about
Well,
this problem.
so okay, let me clarify something for the first half of Ben's statement, or the first 1/3 of it. You can definitely get the books very easily right now. You can go to the library, request the books. The ministers seem to be, okay with your existence, and you can get them and borrow them, quote unquote, with some comparative ease. That much you can definitely do with no problem.
Okay.
So I've got a list. I've got the books that you guys were searching for, and I can give you the information at a later point. I'm going to have to do a bit of research myself to verify everything that you guys are looking into and what you're going to find.
I'll tell you what, we're going to need the help of the books to actually get to the ship because remember, it's at the bottom of the ocean.
It is.
So why don't we, if we don't want to stick around in the library, which honestly, considering my past with libraries, I'd be okay with not sticking around in this specific place. We should find safe lodging somewhere. But I'm kind of reluctant to leave the immediate area.
Okay. They're let's see. Punch is not here. They will be able to put you up.
Is there like a noble's guest quarters in the castle?
Yeah, basically down here in the corner, this little
Hell yeah.
gray one in the corner is
Hell yeah.
We'll be clumping up in a group and setting a watch.
Yeah.
The place is known for its fucking assassins, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys will be able to request
Most of them aren't even local.
a place there for the night, without much of a problem. Let's see, what was the last? Frick a frack.
Give me a dash.
Zom. I can hear you typing, John, and I just know you're coming up with some crazy ass fucking bullshit to throw in there.
It's art, man.
It's art.
Look, I'm really reluctant to cast Leoman's hut in case we wind up in Leoman's butt.
That's a legitimate fear, actually.
We might get pimped out as Leoman's slut.
God, I mean, with Legend Love and Telefort and Mage Band, who knows what's gonna happen?
Yep.
Right, or if you cast a hold person, it becomes a fold person. Ugh.
Oh,
You can only do level equivalent damage or effects, however.
Hmm.
You can't do hold person and instantly fold someone in half.
I mean, that would be more like the chiropractic field as a spell. What if it just gave them like a? What if it just like cracked their back?
Right. I mean that's
Made
what I'm saying. That's
made
what I'm
them
saying.
made them like bend over.
But they'd have to save versus the spell first.
Yeah. Oh, this is awful. I hate this.
I'm glad you like it. Okay.
So is Fireball just an STD now? Save versus STD?
Oh no, there's like I think I've got almost 20 iterations of Fireball.
Oh my god.
Um,
How big is that list?
Good question. I stopped at 656.
Oh my god.
Do you like just not sleep?
For about a week, yeah.
Victor.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. Anyway.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was a trip. It was fun making this. Anyway, I'm okay. I've got to look at some stuff because I don't really want to railroad you, and the two people who can do the other things to get you to where you need to go are not here.
Yeah, this is probably a good time to call it.
Yeah, we're gonna. It's probably gonna be best to call it here because I'm like, I there's a limit between running you through an adventure and shoving you into a piece of sausage, and I'm trying to think of other ways to get you into the sausage, and I don't have them. So let's wait till specifically Blodgett and Suzanne and Joel, but worst case, Joel, I think would be able to do it. And just know that you guys have Blodgett's character around.
Yeah.
So any skills that she has, you can use, like the scent, search, grope, whatever. I don't know what she does. Blodgett cast fondle. Foist. That was the best. At one point I sold I had a banana and I sold it. I put it for sale in Facebook Marketplace as a pet, a guard banana. That's what it was. Look this up. I'll find it again because it was just so fun. Otto's irresistible constipation. Poorly trained guard banana, $50 or best offer. This is a class 5 Carmelita guard banana, as seen on BBC television. It understands the attack, heal, and foist commands. Actually, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share this so you can see what I'm talking about. This is just my favorite thing ever to have existed in my universe. He is leash reactive to other bananas. It refuses to sit or stay, thus the restraints. You can see the restraints there. Pace picante for scale. $50 US firm or best offer. Add $30 if shipped due to cage and restraint. I have not introduced him to children, so beware. We suspect he was humping dogs. Does get along with most other animals. See my listings for very well trained produce. No, I do not have his papers. Good around other bananas. May spoil smaller fruits rotten due to overbearing love. So that was the banana. Closer, and then pace picante for scale.
That's what. That is awesome.
And then important news, one of our bananas had a litter.
Oh my god.
So we'll be able to fulfill all those extra requests for guard bananas very soon. And the conversations I got on this were amazing.
You actually got thumped up by Facebook for that, though.
I did, actually. I got kicked off of Facebook for it.
Where did you post this? Oh, this.
I put it on Facebook Marketplace. I had so many messages. Can I still see my messages I used to have? Oh, that would be amazing if I could.
You don't sleep, do you?
It was the best. It was the best experience ever. Yeah, anyway, I had people yeah. I had it listed as sold because I was worried that they were gonna shoot me again. They were basically like, I had it up for a month and it had like 50,000 views on it. And at one point, Facebook was like, "You cannot sell a banana, and you're done. You're done." And they kicked me off of Facebook Marketplace entirely. It was so fun though.
Well, do it now. I hear they don't have so many content.
I know, right? Trying to see if I can see the messages that I had for it because they were amazing.
Put it on Twitter as Elon Musk's personal guard banana being sold due to financial difficulties.
Oh my god, yes. All right, well that was my banana story.
If you put it on Twitter, you could probably get a blue check mark now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like actual guard banana.
All right, guys. I will make a lot of notes, and I'll probably send this via email. What you guys found out of the library. I'll send that in, and I'll send a summary of the session and what you guys found in the library as an email this week, and we'll take it from there.
All right. You guys have a good night.
All right. Have a good
Will
night.
do. You too. Y'all take care, man.
Okay.
And I will see you later this week, Victor.
Yes. Awesome sauce.
I also need you to confirm or deny my fear.
Which one? You have a lot of fears.
I'm very afraid, but the big one. But I will wait until it's just the two of us so that I don't spoil any of your
I'm
plans.
signing off. Fine, fine, fine.
Thank you.
Fine,
I
fine.
love you, Zag.
Merry Christmas, or
Merry Christmas.
Oh my
Christian
god.
heathens, you.
Absolutely true.
Happy Yule.
Thank you.
Merry Yule. All right. What's your all right.
What year is it?
Oh, that. Yes, essentially yes.
It's the Spell Plague.
Um kind of. It's that's what you guys are trying to stop. You have a chance of stopping it.
You have a chance of stopping the Spell Plague?
Yeah, I mean if the eldest I'm sorry, if the thing that's happening right now gets stopped, then it may well stop. If it doesn't, that'd be really funny, and I'd have to look up stuff, and it's not as bad as Gozer per se, but you know.
It's worse than Gozer to Lev because he's got 15
Oh
levels
no,
in
I'm
Wizard.
talking about the thing that's coming through. Anyway, also that, but yes.
Man.
But here's the good part. Here's the good part, Brandon and John. You guys, this is the thing. You guys are completely done, and I should have mentioned this earlier. You guys are completely done with fixing mistakes that were made in the past for the party. There are none of the other adventures that I have are shit that come back to haunt you. All this is new shit.
Well, it's still partially old shit. I mean, there's Neo Erebus, who is ostensibly a mistake of our party that we have to go deal with. So he's still on the table. It's just one of those.
Yeah, but
don't.
You don't have to deal with him for a long time. I mean, basically once. Yeah, he's basically going to be the last thing you have to deal with, and you will be able to. But it's when the time is right, you'll be able to take care of him, and he will be very present for that. But
I bet he'll be present for it.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, we're taking this to level 20, aren't we?
We might. I don't know. It's going to be interesting because once you get it in space, I think you guys have. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think after this adventure, you're going to go up. No, not you, but a lot of the characters are going to go up a level after this adventure.
Yeah, LJ and the people on the experience threshold with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's.
And then Lev is up for the next level up, along with Blodgett, I believe.
Lev is two behind. Lev,
behind.
Blodgett, and Frederick are. No, hold on. That can't be right. When did LJ get bumped up?
Oh, LJ hasn't been bumped up in a long time.
That's what it is then. Okay, yeah. Blaz, Bash, Frida, and LJ are up next.
Yeah, because right now LJ and Lev are the same level, and that never happens for long.
Yeah. I think I was actually initially intending to bump them up last time. But yeah, they'll be going up pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely going to go up this after this adventure.
Now we get to figure out the time constraints, and we have to prioritize these big world-ending fucking issues.
Mm-hmm.
I'm personally biased towards stopping the spell plague.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought so. Now I just have to get the rest of the party on board.
Okay.
I know I have bad ideas sometimes, but I think this one's a good one. Look, every once in a while I strike gold. The gate, this enslaving the tower, like those are good ones.
I mean, that idea would be great. And actually, after you deal with Neo, you could get the tower back after you deal with him. I mean,
No
I know that would be a
way!
lot.
Oh man,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
That's
so
definitely
tempting
a
to bump
theoretical
him to
thing.
the top of my list.
Something to look forward to. Definitely something to look forward to when you get back to
Okay.
Earth.
Well, this has all been very horrifying, and you are the most skilled DM I've ever come across, and I'm terrified and I hate you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, I'll see you this week.
All right, bud. Bye.
Bye.